The clock has moved on almost 40 years since we last saw the original Austin 7 Minis being assembled. The machinery may have changed a lot, but what it's making is still essentially the same. Mini minor production at Cowley finished in 1968, but the Austin 7 line kept on moving along. In effect, it never stopped. Minis were made at Longbridge for over 40 years. Cowley production was moved to Longbridge, the separate Austin and Morris models having simply and logically been rationalised as the Mini. As BMW have since recognised, the name Mini was a strong enough brand name in its own right and certainly didn't need to be linked with either of the old-fashioned names of Austin or Morris. It could more than stand up for itself. Throughout the rationalisation of the brand in the late 60s, the industrial action and mismanagement of the 70s, and changes of ownership in the 80s and 90s, the Longbridge Mini line kept rolling. From the first car to the very last one, on October the 4th, 2000, Mini production totalled 5,387,862 cars. The decision that BMC chief Leonard Lord made in 1957, when he told Ali Kisigonis to build his Mini and have it ready in 2 years, has been justified several million times over. The Mini's best ever year was in 1971, when 318,000 were built at Longbridge before battles between management and workers truly began to lay waste to the British motor industry. And while you hear stories from rival manufacturers that Minis never actually made any money, it's hardly likely that a company would keep building a loss-making car for over 40 years. That sweeping statement might well have been true for the very first basic models with a price of under £500, but even in those days, most customers went for more expensive models with deluxe levels of trim and various optional accessories. One must assume that the Mini must surely have gone into the black at some time during its 41-year life. Whatever the true facts about the Mini's profitability, or lack of it, there are various certainties that cannot be disputed. Its life spanned 2 or more generations, yet it's always been in tune with current fashion and trends. Truly, it's a timeless design and has been a symbol of Britishness around the world for just about all of its 40 years. Above all, the Mini laid down the parameters for all of the small cars of today, a fact recognised by Autocar magazine in 1995, when its readers voted it to be Car of the Century, during the year when the automobile itself was celebrating its centenary. Also, in December 1999, a panel of 130 international journalists marked the coming of the millennium by casting their votes for the Mini as European Car of the Century. And it's probably fair to say that only the fact that small cars are irrelevant to the gas-guzzling American market prevented the Mini from toppling Henry Ford's famous Model T from the top spot in the international ratings of that particular poll. Actually, despite the closure of the Longbridge production line and the opening of the new Mini factory at Cowley, the story of the old Mini is far from over. Just west of the new Mini's plant is a small factory at Witney in Oxfordshire. This is the British Motor Heritage Company, part of the MG Rover group that will produce products to keep its heritage alive. One thing that has been available from BMH for some time is a brand new old-style Mini body shell, as well as various other major Mini components. Actual tooling from Cowley and Longbridge is used in their manufacture, and they'll continue to be available as long as there is a demand from people who want to either refurbish their old Minis or build their own new old one from the ground up. Given the number of Minis still on the road and the enthusiasm of their owners, BMH should do very nicely out of their little boxes for many years yet. Already, the British Motor Heritage Factory is a popular place of pilgrimage for Mini clubs.